What's up everybody, me again, welcome back, and I'm about to do something to my G.1 Explorer. As I've already known, avocado racer. The most recent update is obviously the fork, but we're gonna add something to this bike which I have never done before, and it's not quite of an upgrade, but I guess it is. I'm going to drill on the frame of the bike. I have never done that before and it's making me nervous right now. I bought one. It's a rivet nut and I've never done this before, but I have it. Aesthetically, I just don't like the straps on here, so I'm gonna get rid of the strap and then install it permanently. Well, not permanently, you know, like I'm gonna have permanent riv nut on the frame, and then I can install it and uninstall it with a screw. We'll see. Eventually, this will be installed with some holes in here, and it's going to be measured exactly the same length as the cup holders. So I'm going to have to find a spot where I can put this on here, and also I'm going to have to figure out a way that it doesn't sway back and forth. But I think it'll be fine just by, because it has enough padding in here that it will stay in place. But if worse comes to worse, I might have to create a T-bar that prevents it from shifting left and right. But so far it's got some good rigid framework inside this Ozark Trail top tube bag. And I've had this for a good couple of years now, and it's still doing well, you know. Despite, you know, being out in the rain, and you know, I've been taking it out so many times because I keep switching it from bike to bike, things like that, and it's already starting to, you know, lose its integrity in some parts of the corners right here, but overall it's still okay. That's why it doesn't make me feel so bad if I did drill some holes in here. Oh, and also, remember when I keep telling you guys that I never throw away inner tubes? Well, this will be the gasket that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be cutting a few of these, a few pieces, drill holes, and then use it as the gasket so that water doesn't enter from the bottom. Sometimes what happens is if it rains so much and then it enters to the bottom and then it'll seep through, so this will be a good thing to keep in mind. Now I got to measure how far I want that top tube bag to be and where the holes are going to be. It's kind of making me nervous because here's the standard length, right? And that's about, I'd say, I have a ruler right here if you guys are wondering. I'm measuring it right now. It's about 2 1/4 inches apart, the screw mounts. But then I kind of also want to put like this right here, the standard aluminum bottle cages. If I were to put this kind, it has like a longer reach. I should put it right here. Oh, the carbon one looks actually pretty cool. I've had this for over 15 years, this thing, and I still have it. Anyway, it sits right here. That was here. That will be roughly around here. Okay, let me see it. That's roughly right around there. That's where I'm gonna have to put it. Alright, let's get started then. Perfection is key. What does that mean? Perfection. That means I have to plan everything. Don't just rush everything. Make sure and double check things twice before drilling, because once the drills are in, there's no going back. And that's gonna be an issue too, because not all top tube bags are the same, because the strap is right here, and if I have to drill a hole somewhere around this thing, it might be different on another one, and the strap might be placed in another spot that might get in the way on another bag from another company. But we'll see. And besides, I've never tried this anyway, so I'm gonna have to do this on this bike because this bike is a lot cheaper. I'm not gonna do it like on a really high-end bike, so we'll see. By the way, don't worry, I'm taking everything off before I start drilling. Right now I'm just measuring everything. I also have this square ruler, whatever it's called. That's the first part of my measurement, all right? And I'm gonna measure the width and all that stuff, and then make sure that it's right down in the middle. I don't want to make any mistakes. I have this OCD thing that it has to be right in the middle of everything. That's why everything that I have has to be symmetrical. Even like my other bikes are exactly the same as my other bikes. Same this, same this, same wire, same tires, same wheels, same pedals. It's just a thing that I go through in my life. So that's just me. That's just my preference. So okay, so now I'm scratching the paint, not on purpose, of course. Now that I've established how far my length is gonna be, okay, so now that I've established that's gonna be like 4 is the measurement. That's not exactly 4 inches, but like where the number 4 is from the head tube, and then if I go on the other side, it's gonna be the same length. Let's go on the other side. So like I said, right, I have it like this, and this right here stops it at the head tube, and I'm landing or drawing a line on number 4. And if I flip it over, it's also a number 4. So that's all I have to do is just flip it over. One of my neighbors just walked by. So there, number 4. Let's take a look at the length of where it's gonna be. There it is. See, the line is here on the right side, and the line is here on the left side. So all I have to do is just right across, and that's where I'm going to measure both sides and see how far it is. There's a reason why I do this. So now I'm gonna look for a piece of paper, which I couldn't find. I got a card though, and then I'm going to put this on top, place it right where the lines are. Now you see that there's a line here, and it's exactly lined up with each other. Now all I have to do is just find the measurement between these 2 edges and find directly where the middle is. You can't see it from the side because, you know, I have to make sure that everything is perfectly aligned. So now this, I have to figure out the bottom hole for this. So now I have to line this up, boom, right there, and then that's where the other hole is. I just put another line on there. Now I'm gonna try to measure the direct middle point of this and the direct middle point of this. It's exactly 2.5 inches. And the reason why I did that instead of just drilling a hole with that is because there are always times when you try to drill right where you think it's gonna be, it's somehow off by a millimeter or something. And a millimeter, when it comes to metal, it's off by a lot. Cut the card again, bend it so that it can go with the shape of the tube, and then write the line on top. Done deal. There it is. There's the 2 lines. That now I know where to put the holes, but I'm still not gonna drill until I figure out where the middle is. I'm gonna also measure the middle of that. So now the way I'm going to measure the width of that top tube, because remember it tapers. So the first one, I'm gonna put this on top. Let's say this is the top tube. I'm gonna put it on top like this, and then I'm gonna put like another piece that goes up like this, and then when I remove it, and that's the size right there. You guys see that? That's the size of the top tube. And then I'm gonna divide, I'm gonna count how many lines there are on there, and then divide it by 2, and that's the middle. Yeah, it's all complicated, but you know what though? There's 0 mistakes, and I don't wanna make a mistake. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 divided by 2 is 11, is 12, 12 is 6, 6, well 5 something, right? 6 something. Let's take a look. 6.5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then half of 6 is that line right there. All right, that's the middle, and that represents the middle of it. It's exactly right in the middle on both sides. I'll show you guys up close and personal. So see that line straight ahead? See that line? That's gonna be the middle, right there. Boom. If I flip it over, it's right in the middle. Nice. All right, time to drill. Gonna make a pilot hole and we're good. You know what I forgot? I don't have a pilot hole puncher. So I'm just going to use a really, really sharp nail I can't believe that worked. I wish I had a camera that could stay right here, but unfortunately, I don't have another camera that can, or I don't have a stand for my camera right now. But that's the pilot hole right there. It's directly right in the middle. Exactly right in the middle, right there. Now I have to measure the width between these two now, because this is different. See, look, see how the circle's to the side? Because it's still uneven. I still have to figure that out. Okay, I'm gonna do the same exact measurement, same way the way I did this in this one. Now I've made a pilot hole on the top tube in both holes. So now I have to remove everything that's close to this front end of the cockpit, because I don't want any of the shavings of the aluminum that I'm drilling through or the debris to get into the joint of the bottom bracket or the headset, because it's really sensitive. The headset is really sensitive when it comes to debris. So I have to remove everything. All right, let's get started. I don't know why this part came off, but whatever. I'm gonna take it off, the compression plug, only if the fork, or not the fork, the spacers and the handlebar or the stem doesn't come off. You know, as meticulous as that is, always redo the grease. All right, let's get started. It's making me nervous, but whatever. Let's start with the small one first. Ooh, smooth like butter. All right, here's the first part, directly right in the middle of it, right in the center. Okay, so now slightly bigger. Oh my goodness. There it is. Whew, making me nervous, but it looks good so far. Oh, and the reason why I still left the grease on there is so that when I clean it off, I'm not gonna wipe too hard. I can just pick up whatever's on the grease, and hopefully I don't scratch anything up from the inside, especially on the cups, on the headset. You don't want that to happen. Oh, it's making me nervous right now. All right, let's see. I have M3s, M4s, and M5s, and M6s, and M8s. This right here is an M5, slightly too big. M4. All right. guess I'm gonna use the M4. Hey, how you guys doing? Hey, Sebastian. The drilling's done, and I'm gonna have to use an M4, but I have to get rid of all the debris that's in here. Close your eyes. Wear eye protection. It's okay, I have an air compressor. Okay, I'm using the M4. I've never used it. I'm gonna have to figure out how to use this thing, okay? So bear with me. They don't look the same. Nope, never mind. They don't look the same. All right, found it. Found the right size. This one right here, okay. I'm so nervous, it's not even funny. All right, here goes. I like to add metal. I mean, I like to add grease to anything metal on my gear. I don't know if I should, but I'm gonna do it anyway. All right, here goes. This in here. And the way you're supposed to tighten it is the opposite of the usual way, which is the normal way is to tighten something is righty-tighty. This one is lefty-tighty. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there you go. Okay, and then it's in there. Same thing, lefty-tighty. Uh-oh. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Boom. Okay. Now I'm gonna put this thing in. This one's normal. There you go. And then put it inside. Put this in here. Fits. And then all I have to do is just pull the lever. Well, how far do you go is the question. This or something, right? It worked! My first RivNut! Let's go! I'm a professional. Yeah, I think it's best to always grease up the contact points. This is so freaking awesome. Who knew it was gonna be this easy? I didn't. Ow. Let's take a look. RivNuts done. Now I gotta clean this up. There's a lot of debris on there, so I have to wash everything all over again. All right, let's go. All right, almost done. The rivets are on there now, and I just punched holes. I don't know if you guys can see it right there. If I move it around, you can see that there's movement, right? Because you can see through it. And the way I did it was with these hole punchers right here. I still have to put the things on here. What do you call those things? Gosh, but I forgot what they were called. But let's put it on anyway. These screws are slightly a bit long, but these are the only ones I can find at the moment. Perfect. Wow, perfect fit. Oh, perfect fit. Now the only problem is how I'm gonna prevent it from swaying back and forth because it's a soft material. But otherwise, I did what I said what I was gonna do. So I'm gonna leave this here with a screwdriver. This is temporary until I figure out a way to prevent it from swaying back and forth, because I know that once there's weight on it, like I put my cell phone in here, it's gonna, especially if it's gonna be top heavy. Let's go. Oh, sick. There it is. Ozark Trail top tube bag is officially on the bike. Like, it's on there. It's not coming up. So just gotta figure out how to see how it's gonna swing back and forth. I might have to put like a bigger washer on there, but it is, folks. So cool. All right. Did I need to do that? No, but I can, and I did. It's not moving. Pretty cool. No straps. It just looks aesthetically cool. Now, let's see. Where's my cell phone? Oh, I'm using it. I'm recording it. All right. Well, I'm done with this project. What else? Anyone got any ideas? Let me know.